After my daughter was bullied at school, the other party's parents were arrogant and refused to apologize. Even a powerful dragon can suppress a cow snake. If you dare to make TR. Continuing from the previous episode, the video was still playing. My daughter was foresee ply held down by several people, while Ki Jiaxiao with a smile on her face pressed the curling iron against her arm. The excruciating pain made my daughter desperately try to escape, but she was held down tightly by several people and couldn't move at all. I don't know what kind of mood I was in when I finished watching the video. I just felt as if a sword had been thrust into my chest, twisting back and forth until my entire body was a bloody mess. After Kiwani and his men left, I took a long time to stand up. My left leg was still aching from the beating. I bent down to pick up the shredded documents, but the wind blew gently, scattering the already torn documents everywhere. A drop of water wet the ground in front of me. I thought it was raining, but in a daze, I found my vision blurred, and scalding tears slid down my cheeks again. It wasn't rain, it was tears. I wiped my tears forcefully, unable to understand why. Why did we do nothing wrong, but end up in this situation? The phone rang suddenly, and I immediately took it out. I became a little nervous when I saw it was from the hospital. Is this the parent of Zhang Taianshen? The child's condition is not good now. Please come to the hospital immediately. What? Okay, I'll be there right away. I ignored the pain in my left leg, gritted my teeth and ran to the roadside to hail a taxi. 20 minutes later, I finally arrived at the hospital. Without even wiping the sweat off, I rushed to Taianshen's ward, but to my surprise, it was empty. Where was Taianshen? I stopped a nurse and asked anxiously, "Where is Zhang Taianshen?" The nurse thought for a moment and pointed in a direction immediately. The patient's condition is unstable and has been sent to the emergency room. I felt my heart being squeezed tightly, my breath caught, and I hurried to the emergency room. I don't know how long it was when it felt my body numb. The door of the emergency room finally opened. Taianshen was pushed out, her tiny body only occupied 1/3 of the hospital bed. Her eyes were tightly closed, and there were still undried tears on her eyelashes. Taianshen, Mom is here. I followed the doctor and nurse to push my daughter back to her original ward, my heart pounding. When Taianshen heard my voice, she opened her tightly closed eyes. Is it Mom? Has Mom come? Looking at my once lively daughter now so weak, I couldn't hold back my tears, and said with a cocked voice, yes, it is Mom's fault for not being able to stay with you. Taianshen's pale little face forced a smile and said weakly, I don't blame Mom. Hearing this, I took a deep breath, lowered my eyes, and tried hard to hide the bitterness in my eyes. Since Taianshen was born, she has suffered a lot. When she was in kindergarten, other children had their dads pick them up, but Taianshen didn't. I met Taianshen's dad in the army, but later I got injured and couldn't continue to serve. Plus, with the arrival of our daughter, I left the army and started taking care of her full time. The army has strict requirements. After Taianshen was born, she didn't see her dad much. Every time Jiang Chendi came back, Taianshen would timidly call out Dad. Seeing the two of them getting familiar again, I often couldn't help but shed tears. That's it, that's fine, as long as My family is still alive and safe. I'm content, but fate was not on our side. When Tianxin was in primary school, Jiang Chen had an accident. Every time Tianxin asked me where's Dad, I felt a lump in my throat, extremely bitter. Later, she gradually stopped asking. She found that asking about Dad would make me sad, and seemed to realize something, no longer bringing it up. She was so young but so understanding. Even when she was brought to the hospital with all those injuries, she only asked what she had done wrong. When I heard this, my heart